Yo, what's good, everybody? Today we're back with another video. Well, this is more of on the chill side. This is gonna be just like a talking kind of video, a conversation, you know? I'm making this from inside of my car right now. Like, I don't have all the best equipment. I don't have none of that. But what I can do is I can bring content to you guys. So just from my phone alone. And I do want to eventually upgrade to better stuff, but I'm okay with where I'm at, you know? And that's what this video is supposed to be about today. I just want to talk about how life can be what you make it. And I'm slowly learning this lesson. I'm young as hell. Like, I'm only 21, bro. Like, in the grand scheme of things, I am on the younger side, but I don't have time, as my 20s, as I've heard and have seen, go by fast. They go by fast, and you got to do what you got to do, you know, as I'm slowly learning. And my first point that I wanted to make was to not be afraid of who you are as a person, you know, be you, you know. And I'm slowly understanding this too, because I feel like I always was a person that just like followed and like didn't really do anything in the sense that I was the one starting it, if that makes sense. Like, if I was hanging out with my boys were always the one coming up with the idea, and then I would just go along with it, because what else better was I gonna do? That kind of thing, you know. But as I've gotten older, and hell, even met my fiance, she was a big advocate on that, and I've been just learning how to, prioritize others in your family, obviously. But at the end of the day, you got to love yourself first before you can love anyone else. And that's the main lesson there, because you got to love yourself. And my example of this is this channel, my music. They all make me feel like me. I love those things. I love making music, and I love making content and racing. I really love racing, and gaming in general is just something that I've always enjoyed as a kid. And now that I'm a man now, it's like, well, let me try to turn this into something where I could service people while also still having that love that I had growing up, you know, because that's the best way to do things for me, as I've learned, because I do have a 9-to-5 job. I'm not going to say what it is, just for reasons the company might not want that. And, you know, regardless, I have a 9-to-5, whatever, you know, I have that way of income. It's income, and money is money. Got to get it however. So that's my one way of income. And that I don't really enjoy. I don't really enjoy working a 9-to-5. I can do some of the skills. There are certain things I can do. I've been in the automotive field for a little bit, so I know how to work with cars and certain things like that. And but even that, it's like, it's straining on the body. It's straining on your mental when you're doing too much. And my way of showing self-love to myself is finding a balance between a 9-to-5 and putting the rest of my energy into my relationship and my passion and my purpose, which is to make videos and to make great music. That's my goal. And I've been slowly editing my goal over time of what I want that to look like. But as of right now, I just want to show you guys my experiences and have experiences, you know, because I'm going to be gaming on this channel, and like, I'm going to be trying new games, and like, I'm going to be changing my skill level in different ways. So it's going to be growth for me too. So that's why I'm starting now. So that way in 10, 20 years, I can look back and be like, damn, I did that. Wow, look at what I accomplished. You know, everybody has their own way of getting to the money. Everybody has their own way of doing what they want to do, of doing what they do best. And some people are lawyers. Some people are, you know, everybody has their own thing. And what's calling to me is to be my, you know, purpose is to make videos and content and make great music and push that out, you know? And that's just the example of me showing self-love to myself, you know, really chasing my dreams and not letting them dwindle. You know, I've heard so many stories of people getting old, turning 40, 50, realizing they wasted their life away. Now, I can understand that to an extent. I don't want to waste my life. I have a fiance. I plan on working and living the rest of my life with her. I'm young. I don't give a fuck. Man, I want to be with this woman for the rest of my life. I'm going to be with this woman for the rest of my life. Who going to tell me no? Who going to tell me no? It's my life, you know? And who going to tell you no for wanting to be with whoever you guys want to be with, you know? It's your life. You get to choose. You know? It's ultimately up to you. Now, I'm not saying this like you can do whatever you want. Obviously, there's rules. Like, I can't just go around quitting my 9 to 5 because I don't like it. Man, that's stupid. I have no plan B. And that's the thing you have to keep in mind is having a plan B. And that's another reason why I also wanted to start this channel too, because there's plenty of content creators out there, plenty of different YouTubers that get on here to talk about what they want, you know, have their communities and stuff like that. And do I aspire to have something like that too? Hell yeah. That's a goal of mine. You know, I want to build a community, you know, be able to share with you guys thoughts and ideas, tips, skills, grow as a person, learn new things, that kind of thing. Like, that's what comes first in my head. And then second is the money. Yeah, I know about that YouTube. You can get paid off this, you know, you can make good money off YouTube. You can make a full-time living. Is it instant? Hell nah. Am I okay with that? Absolutely. I'm not gonna be mad at that, because another thing I wanted to get into was that time waits for nobody. If you sit around waiting for things to happen, it's not gonna come to you. You gotta make it happen. You know, let me give you an example, right? If I'm sitting around being all wishy-washy, thinking that I'm going to get rich one day and I'm going to have all the wealth and the money and everything, you know, all that, I think I'm going to get there. But I sit around on my ass, literally not doing nothing, drinking, smoking, all that drugs, all that stuff, you know, not doing nothing, you know. You ain't gonna get nowhere with that kind of mindset. And you're probably wondering, well, what do I do then? Simple. Do the work, nigga. Get up off your ass and go do the work. You know, me waking up every day, I'm making this video before I go into work, bro. I'm making this video before I go into work. I don't give a fuck. I enjoy doing this, you know? And it's like, I feel good about getting the content out. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel good about myself, you know? And that's another point I was trying to get into and let you guys know, that do stuff that makes you feel good about yourself. If you love music, work on music, bro. If it doesn't bring in the money now, go get you a 9 to 5 like everybody else, because that's what niggas do. It's hard as hell in this economy, but you could do it. Get you a job, have that income, work on YouTube or music on the side like I'm doing. Hell, you know, it's not going to be instant, but if you keep up doing the work, it's gonna come to you, bro. And obviously, I'm not saying this like I have everything in the world. I don't. But am I happy? Absolutely. I have a fiance. We have a future plan. You know, everything, you know. I'm happy. I'm young. I'm 21. I'm in the best shape in my life. Well, I'm in a decent shape, you know. I'm in the best years of my life. That's what I meant to say. Because, like, the 20s and 30s of a man's life is, like, from what I've seen and heard, it's like his best years. And, you know, I'm living, you know, in my eyes, I'm living a good life and I'm happy. You know, some people have another ideology of that, and that's okay. If you want to be out in the club and that's your way of making you happy, go do that, bro. That's obvious. That's you. Just do what you want to do. You know, obviously, everything has a consequence, though. Everything has a consequence. So do what you do, but be aware of the consequence. So if you're going to smoke, be aware you're going to have shitty lungs. Like me, I'm gonna be honest, I smoke. I don't smoke cigarettes and I don't smoke vapes. It was only za. I'm just going to keep it at that. And that's it. You know, I'm aware that my lungs are not going to be as they were when I was running track and I was 17, bro. Obviously, that version of me would outrun me now. But am I content with where I'm at right now? Absolutely, you know. And I'm so glad and grateful that I met my fiance when I met her, because it would have been very stupid of me to really let her go. And She makes me feel like me. Like, I love spending time with my fiance, and y'all gonna see that. Y'all already see how much I talk about her on the channel, and you're gonna see more too. But yeah, I just want to get this quick little video out, you know, just a couple points here and there. I don't have all the advice in the world, but I know a few things, and I just wanted to get that out there. And also, another side note is me even talking about this helps me even feel good about myself too, because it's also a reminder that I'm doing good in life. And also, this should also be a video to listen to if you're maybe struggling with self-identity or something like that, or if you don't know how to feel because the world is telling you to feel a certain way. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the world telling you to be a certain way. And I feel like as soon as I realize that, I can't unsee that shit, bro. Like, and I want to let you guys know, and the people that know about me already, I want to let you guys know that, because that's important, bro. Like, you got to be yourself. You got to love yourself. And if you don't do that, then the world is going to run you. Like, other niggas will run you. If you don't run yourself, other people will. Now, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I'm out.